When do you start closing a customer? The second you open your freaking mouth, the second you walk into the house, you're already closing them. You're closing them by pre-framing them. You're closing them by the way you communicate. You're closing them with your authoritative figure. You're closing them with your mentality. If you're not closed in here, you're not closing nobody around you. You understand that, right? When a customer's like, I will not sign anything today. If they do not sign on the dotted lines, you do not close them. And there's always a reason why they're not signing on the dotted lines. Oh, you don't understand, not too much information. Whatever they tell you, in your mind, you cannot believe what they're saying. So there's a reason why they're not signing. We have to figure out what that reasoning is. But you have to have the right mentality the second you walk into the room, right? You have to have the right mentality when you walk in. You have to have the utmost confidence in what you're talking about. You may have a bad day in your personal life. If you have a bad day in your personal life, do you think you're going to do great in your business? It's going to be very difficult. If you have a bad day in life, your attitude is going to transmute to them. I don't care how you come in and smile to them. They will feel it. People know when you're having a good day or a bad day. You know when I'm having a great day or a bad day. I can't hide it because I'm a human. Now you may think you can hide it, but no, because your body language, your attitude, your words, the dynamics of your voice, the volume of your voice even tells you that. Your tone, how you walk. How many of you guys have walked a list before something because something bad happened, you walk, you could see, like your body is telling you to you're down. You have to walk up like this. So all those little minute factors make a big difference in you closing a customer. How many of you guys know your pitch? 100%. How my brain works, I'm a very sequential kind of person. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that's the way my brain works, okay? So I cannot just go from intro to close. I don't do that, and that's when you don't create results. In my mind, every single presentation is 100% the same. In my mind, I have to gather data here. I have to gather information. I had customers tell me, just get straight to your spiel. I said, Mr. Customer, I'm understanding that you want to get to the numbers and information, but in order for me to do my job effectively, in 100% the right way, I have to figure out where you're at. Are you okay with that? They're always going to say what? Yes, because I'm the fucking boss, not them. So in my mind, I don't care what they tell me. I'm following the sequence of my pitch because they need to understand that I'm a professional and I'm an expert at what I do. And I don't give a what they think. They don't know what they know. They don't know. They think they know, but they don't know shit. I know everything about solar. They don't know nothing. So they're going to follow it my way or they're not going to be doing business with me. And I'm okay with walking away with a customer that doesn't want to follow my process. And can I be honest with you? 99% of the time, they're going to follow the process. Because you are the what? You're the expert. You're the person in charge, and they're going to follow your process. So you have to have this process in play. When I'm talking to them, there's always, like we talked about, the reasons on why they're doing something or why they're not doing it. Sometimes we find out these reasons early on, and we think, oh, shit, that's the reason he wants to do it. And you automatically make the assumption that you know exactly why they're going solar. And you don't do one thing. You don't dig deeper, exactly. Don't believe what they say. That's my point. I don't believe what they say. In my mind, in the presentation, everything they tell me is like that. I need to know the deeper truth. I need to know the deeper reason. I need to know the super, super important thing for them. Once you find out the most important thing to them, it's very easy to show them the logic. What we're missing is the emotional side of the sale. A lot of times with solar, everyone wants to talk about the logical shit. But what gets people to move and make decisions is what? The emotional stuff. There's logic, there's emotion, and there's also limiting belief factors that we have. The customer has a lot of limiting belief factors. If they believe that, that is true to them. And if you don't dig deep early on and figure out what is stopping them, you have to ask these questions early on, because if you start doing it later on, you're battling with them. In the beginning stages of the conversation, I'm always trying to find out, if they think solar is amazing because they want to save money, how come they haven't done it already? Like, I'm genuinely curious. They can give you a million reasons. Nobody showed it to me. Nobody sat down with me. But in my mind, I'm like, bro, if you know, why didn't you do it? There's something stopping them. So in my mind, I'm thinking about what has stopped them from not doing this before I came here. If they've seen other presentations, even more, I'm curious. I'm like, wait a minute, you saw someone sat down with you and you haven't gone solar yet? I'm digging super deep. What have they showed you? Why haven't you done it yet? Why would you do it again? If they came back to you again right now, would you do it right now? Because it may have been in the wrong timing, right? What are some of the things that you saw that kind of motivated you to say you wanted to do but stopped you? Like, I want to know. Because in my mind, there's a reason why. Everyone does something for a reason. And I want to know the reason why they didn't do it, and I want to know the reason they will do it. And I have to dig deep. And I'm okay with getting a little bit uncomfortable with them, because I tell them all the time, and the only reason why I'm asking is to better serve you. And if you ask in an empathetic way, in a caring way, they're going to tell you all the answers. But I think that we're not asking enough questions in the beginning to figure out what's the real purpose and what the real reason of, like, what they're really trying to accomplish, and we're not figuring out why they wouldn't do it or it's the limiting belief factors. And by the way, if you're not 100%, not 90%, not 80%, not 50%, 100% that you're saving their life and changing their life with solar, you're not selling nobody, my friend. You're gonna sell the low-hanging fruit, but you're not selling those tough customers. My friend, he gave me this whole spiel about how the equity portion in the panels it doesn't exist. Like, why would there be equity in it? So at that moment, I was like, that's a good question. I mean, I say it, but I didn't 100% believe it. I said, great question, I'm gonna look into it. I spent 10 hours, I'm talking about 10 hours on a Sunday, researching the shit out of it. People don't make decisions because they're afraid that maybe this decision is not the best decision, because they're not as confident as you. So my friend, when he asked me that question, he wasn't confident in that. And guess what he did to me? He shook my tree because I wasn't confident either, because he wanted to know 100%. And I'm not the kind of guy to sell someone if I'm not 100%. I prayed to God, I said, please God, let's make sure this is actual real, because I don't want to seem like a liar. I want to make sure it's real. I did the research and I found out this is the truth. You know what happened to me when I found that out? My confidence went flying through the roof. I went back to him with the data. You know what he told me? I don't believe it 100%. I'm 80% there. Can you do me a favor? Can you find out from realtors or homeowners that have sold their homes and actually had that? Well, guess what I did? I asked my friends that are realtors. I couldn't find a bunch of homes that had sold or that sold, but I did find my friend who's in Tampa. I did find 2 realtors that I had to dig through my network that actually sold homes with solar panels, and they gave me the statistics that were true. So when I heard all that information, I went back to him, and he said to me, I'm 95% there. I'm still not 100%. Now, I'm 100%. But what I did for him was I was like, listen, what is it you need to see or hear to say, you know what, let's do this? He's like, can you just get one homeowner that is going through the process and is selling their home with solar panels? I started digging, and I found one customer in our team that just got installed, that just got PTO'd, and they're selling their home right now. So guess what I did? My friend Steven is selling their house. So guess what I said to Steven? I said, walk me through every fucking little process. I want to know, how was it? So I went back to my friend. I said, hey, my boy Steven is selling his house. I'm giving him data. He's like, everything sounds good. Let's just wait till the actual house sells. I said, okay. So now we're waiting for the house to get sold, which I already know it's going to be fine. So in my mind, the whole time, what was I doing? Not only was I building his confidence, whose confidence was I building? My confidence. If another customer ever tells me, oh, that equity thing is bullshit, you know what's going to go through my mind? All the stuff that I just learned about equity, there's no way they're going to convince me that it doesn't work. So sometimes you got to convince yourself on whatever the parts that you don't believe in. So what are some objections you have about solar yourself? Think about that. Because right now, if a customer tells me any bullshit, let's say I dig all the way to the point where like, we love everything, the only thing that bothers us is the equity. You know what's going to go through my mind? Game over. Because I already know 100%, not 80, not 50, 100% that if they do this, the equity in the solar panels is 100% there. Because I got myself sold. So the question I have for you guys, what is it you're not sold on? What are some limiting belief factors you have that you're not pushing strong enough? What is stopping you?